Alright guys, so I guess you're probably wondering what's going on and who these two people are, but oh my gosh, it's Ninja Andrew and Ninja Misty in their natural habitat. I mean, it's Ninja Andrew and Ninja Misty with our actual PSN ID names, and we're hanging out in PS Home uh, in a tropical location, which has some significance, but we'll get into that later. But basically, we're here to do a channel update and let you guys know sort of a couple things that have maybe happened over the past couple weeks, and maybe some changes and the direction that our channel is going to be going in over the next little while. So we thought we'd do something a little bit more informal and introduce you guys to who our real characters are, so that you'll recognize us in some of our other upcoming videos as we do them. So this is Shock Trooper as Ninja Andrew and Sea Misty as Ninja Misty.
Hey!
And we like hanging out in PS Home. I think it doesn't get enough credit as being a fun game or a place to do things, because like you can do quite a lot in PS Home for free. You don't have to pay anything. There's stuff here if you want to pay for it, but like as a place to just come and hang out, and I guess you could potentially meet people, because it seems like there's a lot of people on here that try to use it as a social networking opportunity.
Good and bad.
Yes, and on that note, let's just mention right here that Sea Misty and Shock Trooper will not be accepting friend requests. I already have like probably the maximum number that I can accept, but we also we don't have time to filter all of the friend requests that we get on a day-to-day basis anyways, and I'm just going to tell you straight up, they all get denied, because if you're just going to send me a ninja friend request and I don't know you, so you're not going on my friends list. I'm sorry, I have too many actual friends on my friends list to have time to put like millions of other people who I don't even know on. So Ninja Misty and I, like, if you do send us one, most likely we'll go so far as to even block you, because we don't want to deal with it. And if you're sending us requests, we don't want them. So that's your warning. If you want to get on our friends list, you got to come and actually hang out with us in video games and play. And if we like you and we want to be your friend and you want to be our friend, that's how you get on our friends list. Boom.
Ninja Andrew is such a hard ass. If you have a question, though, it's okay to email us.
Yeah, email us.
Or send a PSN message.
That we provide.
But like legitimate questions, not ridiculous stuff. I mean,
you know, honestly.
Come on. Not that I think you guys
would. If you
would.
send ridiculous questions, you will also be blocked.
There you go.
You
but
know?
that usually comes from just strangers in PS Home.
You know?
Yes.
So, just that little fair warning out there to start it off with. So basically we have a couple of different things that we wanted to talk about. Not the least of which is our DCUO Let's Play. Basically, we've been talking a lot about this over the past couple weeks, or ever since they've put in the update. I think it was it 24, 25? What was it? I think it was
20. It was Game Update 25.
25.
We've been talking about it for at least a month when we first heard about it.
That's true, because we were talking about it before it even came out. But basically, Ninja Misty and I are unhappy with the direction that the game has gone in, or decided to go in. We've put a lot of time, energy, money into that game over the years. If you watch our Let's Plays, you'll know like sort of the caliber of players that we are, what we know about that game, and how much we've played to be able to do the Let's Plays that we've been doing. And basically, like, we spent a lot of money getting that game to where it was. And DC decided to repay us by taking away a lot of stuff that we had spent a lot of time, energy, and money getting in the first place. And that really rubs us the wrong way, as far as a video game company just taking its customers for granted, taking their money for granted. That's something that I've never agreed with. And, like, basically the degree, yeah, exactly, Ninja Misty, exactly. The degree to which they've taken stuff away, as well as changed the actual mechanics of the way the game is set up, basically, to the point where it's not even the same game anymore. Really also rubs us the wrong way, given that we've been spending money since the game came out, and to further enhance it and make it a better game. And the way that they've decided to do that is to basically rip us off for all of that money that we've put into it, and we don't think that that's very fair. So is there anything else that you would want to say to that?
Well, the biggest thing is both of us being players from the very beginning of the game and knowing how hard it was in the beginning. There were no replay tokens. It was you earned your stuff and you got to do a raid, let's say, once a week. And it took a lot of hard work to earn your gear, and you really felt proud when you reached that level. And on my primary character, the first character that I created, I didn't do as much PvP as I did with some of my later characters. And so when Ninja Andrew and I went back to those characters, kind of when the layer content was coming out, kind of right around that time, she really didn't have a lot of PvP gear. She had mostly like the Robin gear, the basic tier 1 gear, a little bit of tier 2. And I worked really hard. We played a lot of matches. She's a healer character, so, I took a lot of beatings trying to get through that and earn those marks so I could start buying my checkmate suit. And the thing that really kind of hit me the wrong way is I don't have a problem with the playing field being leveled a little more to help people who are just coming into the game, because I know how frustrating it is to go in and there are people in there that are so incredibly overpowered, and it's going to take you X amount of time to get one piece of gear.
To get up to where they are, too.
Absolutely. Like, So I'm all for them trying to make that a little easier, either with actually having a ranked matchmaking system that works, which the one that they have is completely flawed and does not work and punishes you for being a good player.
Yeah.
But I worked hard and got her most of her checkmate suit in a relatively short period of time by just putting the effort in, working towards, like anything in life, when you put the effort in and you work towards something and then you say, look at what I have at the end of this. And then all of a sudden somebody comes and they take it away from you and they say it's not worth anything.
And they want to pretend that it's so hard to do that.
Right, and it's not.
It's not.
It's not. You can, if you put your mind to it, you could really work through and do that. And I also like having, and Ninja Andrew and I were talking about this, kind of the plateau system. You're climbing the steps. And so you're moving to that next gear. I wouldn't have a problem with them switching out to different styles of gear, let's say every 6 months, but I don't think they should knock you back down, or that somebody could easily come in and purchase that gear that you worked so hard to earn.
What they should have done is kept the tiered ranking system of the gear and done ranked matchmaking based on what gear you had, not how many wins and losses you have, the way that their system is working right now, so that it's just totally takes away all the skill from the game. But if it was like, okay, if I have tier 1 armor, I'll only be put against tier 1 opponents, and tier 2 versus tier 2 and so on, then that means it's like you could plateau yourself. You could be like, I don't want to go to get tier 3 because I don't really like how that gear looks. It's not worth it to me, but I do like hanging out in tier 2 and just playing against these guys with X amount of power. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
being able to do so much. And then if you really wanted to, you could go get the tier 3, the tier 4, and go and up your game. Play against more skilled players with more power and like do all of that kind of stuff. It would be up to the player to decide. The way that they have the system now, there's no end to it. You never get to stop grinding for your gear. So basically, it's kind of like that. Combine that with taking away also a lot of other stuff that we've worked for. What I'm referring to here is like the trinkets.
Well, not only the trinkets that we worked for, but like the collector's edition trinkets.
All of our
It's like
trinkets.
I pre-ordered this game, collector's edition,
Same
just
here.
to get the special stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you're going to tell me, and sure, I can use it in PvE, but I should be able to use it all through the game because let's be honest, people, the difference between you winning this match and you losing it is not my little bat drone. I
That's
mean,
right.
it's just not.
That's right.
And, the seasonal trinkets, we worked so hard. I have finger deformities from getting some of these trinkets because just grinding either like the event,
Yeah.
not only just the time that it takes to play it over and over and the mind numbing, amount of dialogue that you have to sit through, but I used my own money and I was fine to do that because I like, let's say like Mrs. Boo, I wanted that really badly. And the reason that I wanted it is because I saw other people randomly,
And
throughout the year with these trinkets. And I thought, oh man, I can't wait till Halloween so I can get one
use it.
and use it. And then they come and they say, well, just because everybody doesn't have it and there's some people crying about it, we're just going to take it all away from you.
You
All
know.
of it.
You know.
And then I don't have one, but Ninja Andrew does on one of his characters, an OMAC trinket, which is specifically a PvP trinket.
That's now useless, and it's kind of like if you're going to take away the fun of the game and you're going to make it only about grinding in PvE and PvP, it no longer holds any interest for me. It's like, yay, I can grind and get this new gear that I don't really like any of the look or styles of, just so that I can stay in the same place, using the exact same powers that you started playing the game with. You know what I mean? It's almost like they've like cannibalized all of the fun out of DCUO, and neat, as well as the fact that they've taken away stuff that we've paid lots of money for. Like when we say that we like worked to get our trinkets, we worked to get multiple trinkets every seasonal event.
We're talking about 20 plus,
Yeah, like I
not
have,
just like one or two. We're talking about 20 plus characters.
yeah,
you
20
know,
plus characters trying to get trinkets on all of them every time a season came up. So like, just to put that in perspective, last Christmas I got 14 snowman trinkets. Okay, last Halloween I got 10 boo trinkets.
and I'm
Okay,
right there with you.
and that doesn't represent a small investment in that game. Okay, that represents like, I really liked how the trinket system worked, and I was willing to spend money to make all of my characters be super awesome and have that. And DC goes and takes away from players who are putting in that kind of money
Money.
and energy and effort into the game, and say, oh, like nothing that you've done is worth anything, and we can just take that all away from you. And
And I know, it may sound like sour grapes or that we're just whining or whatever, but you've got to understand how long we've been playing this game and how much money and time. I mean, we
like,
literally.
go and watch our let's plays and tell us that, like, you know what I mean, we don't know what we're talking about.
Well,
You
and
know?
it's, just prior to this update, we maxed out our bank slots, we maxed out our inventory slots. I've bought
Characters.
almost every single layer style there is. It's like everything in this game, I think I've
Everything
purchased
that you
just
could
about.
buy, we've bought. Just about.
Almost all the styles out of the store. I was very passionate about this game because I love the characters in the DC universe, and I was so stoked when this game came out. And, we've kind of ridden the tide through it. There have been things along, you just kind of thought, wow, what's going to happen when this change comes? And, it kind of leveled out. It really wasn't anything that rocked the boat majorly. But this update, it just felt like that they're taking away and punishing the people that have been loyal players. I mean, I've been legendary
since the
From the
beginning.
beginning. I have like that special legendary pricing from way, way back. I even after PSN was hacked, I was gone for a while. Didn't cancel my membership because I knew I was coming back because I loved the game. I,
You know,
it's emotional for me on the level that a video game can be emotional for me.
there you go. Definitely.
You know,
Both of us loved playing this game, and now when we look at it, it holds no interest for us. We're like, we
it's
don't want to
painful.
even touch this. Yeah, it's painful to even have to go in and do it. You know?
And it's like, there is a part of me that holds out hope that things will maybe come back around or level out somehow. But it's hard to see that because right now it really has left a really, really bad taste in my mouth. Now,
Especially the way that DC handled the reaction to it. It's really just not
right.
classy, in my opinion. But
Well, I think that when you make big changes and a lot of people are going to be unhappy, and sure, there are people on there being ridiculous, and I'm talking about posting like on Facebook or on the forums, and sure, those people you need to, either silence them, remove their comments, but people who had legitimate complaints, I saw their posts being removed. Or being blocked from being able to post on the site, and I think that that's really, kind of a dirty thing to do.
you know,
I just,
especially to people who are the people who have been paying for this game, from what they've been saying in the posts.
and I
You know?
just want, I was excited about Origin Crisis coming out. Like right now,
Yeah.
I can't even really think about it, and that may change. I may play
I
through it.
was excited about quantum powers, but
Yes.
now the thought of paying more money into this game now is too much for me. Let's just say, So it's like paying to switch one of my characters over. It's not going to happen. Basically, basically, my subscription I was paid up like 6 months in advance, so it's gonna run out in like June or July or something like that. So basically, Misty and I have been talking, and we don't feel that it's fair that DCUO gets to put us in this sort of crappy position where we want to do this Let's Play, and now they've sort of pulled the rug out from underneath us. So we still want to do the Let's Play for you guys because we're trying to make a channel here. We want, what I mean, to have stuff that's worth watching and want to keep the people that have invested their time in us. We want to keep them with us because we care about stuff like that, So it's like we're going to still maintain doing as much of a Let's Play as we can between now and that time. I'm pretty much saying that I'm probably never going to go up beyond tier 4 content with this Let's Play, just because unless something major changes, because I have enough replay tokens probably on my character right now to just power boost through the rest of the game and just do the Let's Play and show everything that I can up until tier 4. I just don't really care about going beyond right now. It's I don't want to grind anymore in that game because there's nothing worth grinding for, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So that's just
It's just a sore subject, right? It's like the open wound, and so we're just not going to talk about tier 5 right now.
Yeah, you know
or
what I
anything
mean?
else. But we are going to continue. We're going to finish
What
our
we
low
said
level
we would start.
missions,
Yeah.
get us to level 30, and then we'll start with raids and alerts. And actually, that part is not as painful to face and do because it's pretty straightforward.
And we don't mind sort of doing that as a parting gift to everybody else, you know what I mean, on DCUO, who still wants to play or whatever, or wants to watch our videos, That's where...
Sure, and I know that you guys that are coming in, and this game is totally new to you, we understand that you're having a different experience than what we had. As far as not feeling like something, it's hard to understand it when you haven't kind of been through it.
When you don't know what you're missing.
When you don't know what you're missing and you haven't had a lot of this stuff taken away from you that you worked really hard to earn. So we get that, and we understand your passion for the game, and by no means does this diminish our feelings or passion for the DC universe or the DC characters.
Yeah.
It's just particularly this game and the way that things are being handled at the moment, we're not happy.
You know?
But with that being said, that doesn't mean that we cannot continue to fulfill our promise and, take you through what we do know about the game, and give you guys the tips and tricks that we've learned over almost, 3 years of playing this game?
That's right. And as well, I want to throw it out there that, like, because we don't have quite as much of a drive to play the game so much anymore, we're much more open to, like, questions or suggestions for things. Like, if there's anything that you really want us to show you, now would be the time to ask.
And like for
Because
instance, we're going to finish the low level stuff and then we're going to go into Central City because I know that
that's right.
that's been requested of us. We're going to show you
All of the bounty locations for Central City characters.
absolutely how to get through those Central City missions. We're going to do all those things because we do know how to do it because
Yeah.
we've done it
You
uh,
know?
ad infinitum.
There's just certain aspects of the game, like where, like, maybe like PvP, if there's something that you really want to see on a Legends character or anywhere there, put in a special request so that we know what we're going for, because there's some stuff there where it's like we may not just go and do it because we just don't have the time for it anymore as well. So we want to make the best use of our time. So if there's anything you do want to see, let us know. you know we
Absolutely.
don't want to leave anybody hanging without the info that we can give. So that's sort of, I guess, how we feel.
Well,
And is there anything else you want to add?
well, that's, kind of summing up how we feel about DC. Now, how we feel about Dork Ninja Gaming is a whole other thing
There we
because
go.
our channel, and this was really our intent from the beginning. It's to show the games that we love.
That's right.
And
And to be honest about our experiences playing them, because that is what's really important to, in my
for sure.
opinion, to put out there. Is like, we don't want to be like every other channel that's just like, oh yeah, we love everything that happens ever. It's like, no, we want to give you guys the straight story from how we see it and what we feel about it, so you guys can make your own decisions about what you think about the game. That's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, do you
we're
want
still
to
gonna bring we're still gonna be going to we're gonna be bringing you more content essentially over the next little while. It's partially to do with the fact that we're not spending so much time on DCU anymore, but we also wanted to bring more content to the channel anyways. So just know that what we're doing is sort of, it's not in lieu. It's not like we're not doing it instead of the DCUO playthrough. We're doing everything in addition to the DCUO playthrough. We just wanted to make that distinction so that you guys would know it's not like we're going off and doing other stuff and being like, oh, screw that. We are still going to be doing the DCUO
absolutely.
playthrough.
So, like, if you see new games popping up with playthroughs, which you're going to because we are filming other things, just know that we're also at the same time doing DC stuff.
That's
So
right.
that's just reinforcing what Ninja Andrew just said.
We may also, in addition to doing Let's Play videos, we may bring you some, like, more casual videos just showing, like, some of the other games that we're playing and at the time and what we like and what we're doing in them. I know there's quite a few games out on the market right now that are brand new or close to being brand new, so it's like, we know we want to try and bring you guys just as much as we can, as well as like stuff that we like in video games. So we may have some stuff that's a little bit more sort of non-structured or whatever you want to call it, but that's just to open that up so that if we ever want to do something like that we can. But I guess now would be the time to announce, and the reason that we're in a tropical paradise setting, boom, is that Ninja Misty and I are proud to announce our Dork Ninja Gaming Let's Play of Dead Island Riptide. What? So we're going to be doing some zombie hunting in the tropics, which will be awesome fun, and we're having a real good time playing that. So I think you guys will like seeing some of that and going along on that adventure with us. Zombies are always fun to play around with.
Come with us.
Excellent. We want your views. Views.
Oh my god.
But right on, guys. So basically, like, we're gonna start uploading and publishing those videos very shortly, and we will have more DCUO stuff coming as well very soon. So stay tuned to the channel, and we hope that you guys enjoy, you know what I mean, seeing some of the new stuff that we're doing, as well as we'll still be providing that content that for DC, so that you guys will have all of that. So
Absolutely.
you know,
So if you have questions, suggestions, comments, you know how to get in touch with us.
that's right. With these email addresses that I'm magically putting on the screen. Woo! Sweet.
Absolutely. Or you can message us through PlayStation. And we always appreciate you guys tuning in. And so back to you, Ninja Andrew.
Ready to go kill some zombies?
Always.
Let's
Always.
do it. Boom. Oh. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.